Hey everyone, my name is Chris. I created this video post as well as this channel to help people going through an Achilles tendon injury, like an acute Achilles tear or acute Achilles rupture. As always, definitely see your doctor for any professional medical advice. I don't have any medical training. This is just my take on things and my journey to recovery. So this video is specifically about surgery day for my Achilles tendon and what to expect. So if you or someone you care about get something out of this, please subscribe. So 2 days ago, I had Achilles tendon surgery. I arrived at the hospital at about 12:30. They do a 10 or 15 minute check-in with you, and then they put you in a pre-operation waiting room. After about 10 minutes of waiting in the waiting room, they put you into the actual pre-op room. They get you up on a bed. A couple of nurses will come in and check your vital signs, ask you some general questions, and then I had a nurse that hooked up my IV. Shortly after those first few nurses came in, the anesthesiologist came in, and he explained to me that I would be getting general anesthesia. Honestly, I was a little bit surprised by this because everything I've read about Achilles tendon surgery, I thought I might have the choice between general anesthesia and a nerve block, but in this case, I don't know why they gave me no choice. Even some of the other nurses seemed a little bit surprised by that, but the anesthesiologist informed me that I was going to be getting general. After the anesthesiologist left, the nurse anesthesiologist came in, which to me kind of seemed like the assistant to the anesthesiologist, and she injected a sedative into my IV. To give you an idea of the strength of the sedative, I don't know if you guys are drinkers, but I would say the equivalent is about 3 to 4 beers. That's what it sort of felt like a mild buzz. After receiving that sedative from the nurse anesthesiologist, I had maybe been in that pre-op room for about an hour. They wheeled me in to the actual operation room, and there were maybe 3 or 4 nurses milling about, kind of doing their various tasks, preparing the room for surgery. Only a couple minutes after I had been in the operation room, the anesthesiologist came back over to me with a mask. I thought it was oxygen, and they told me to take 3 or 4 breaths, which I did. And then after I did, I was still conscious. They told me to take 1 more big deep breath, and when I did, that was the last thing I remember. So the next thing I knew, I woke up in the recovery room. This was probably the craziest part of my entire experience. The strangest part was it literally felt like only a couple of minutes from when I took that breath from when I took that breath from that mask to when I woke up in the post-op room. So after I came to, I felt really relaxed and upbeat. I'm sure some of that was due to some of the drugs still in my system. You're able to talk with the nurses and communicate just fine. So after maybe like 10 or 15 minutes of that, they said, hey, you're okay to be released. And so they wheeled me, they took me down off the bed and wheeled me out to the front of the hospital. They got me into crutches, and I was able to meet my dad, who got me into the car and took me back home. So from start to finish, the whole process took me about 4 hours. I got to the hospital at about 12:30 and left at about 4:30. I will say that that was with no waiting. So I think I got really lucky. I never found myself waiting for long durations during the course of the day. So 4 hours is probably going to be the minimum amount of time that you're going to be in the hospital for a procedure like this. They send you home with 3 medications. 1 is a painkiller, 1 is a pretty strong anti-inflammatory, and the 3rd is an anti-nausea medication. For me, what worked was to stay really regular on the pain medication. I didn't really know what to expect, but it was fairly painful afterwards. So every 4 hours was what my pills told me to stay on that schedule, and that's exactly what I did. And for me, I really wanted to right at that 4 hour mark because I could feel the pain kind of ramping up right around 4 hours. So I was pretty regular for the first 2 or 3 days with the pain meds, as well as staying on the schedule for the anti-inflammatory. For myself, I didn't get nauseous from either of those first 2 medications, so I didn't need any of the anti-nausea medication. So yeah, I hope this video helps you or somebody you care about to know a little bit more and visualize what to expect on surgery day for your Achilles tendon. If you did learn something from this video, please share it. Each one teach one. Aloha, and see you next time.